Hello EFD squad and welcome back to Scout Report. With Mourinho's Manchester United slipping further and further out of the title race, Jose needs to spend big probably to have any hope of catching Manchester City. Here's who we think he should buy in January. 5. Alex Grimaldo. Left back has been a problem position for United over the last few seasons. Mourinho clearly doesn't believe Shaw and Blind are up to the requisite standard, and although Ashley Young may have 2 goals and 2 assists since the start of November, at 32 he's hardly a long-term fix. At 22 years old, the Spaniard is 5 years younger than United's other left-back target, Danny Rose, and he no doubt has a bright future ahead of him. Grimaldo has offered defensive solidity on the left flank during his time at Lisbon, averaging 3.4 tackles and interceptions per 90, around the same Rose manages for Tottenham, and significantly more than the 2.9 managed by Luke Shaw in his breakout season at Southampton. But with the likes of Matteo Darmian providing solid defensive cover in that area, Grimaldo will add more value to the Red Devils with his attacking capabilities. The left back completes 1.8 take-ons per 90, bettering Real Madrid's Marcelo, and he goes past his man 64% of the time, particularly impressive when compared to the Brazilian's 42. He also creates 1.6 chances per match, highly impressive for a fullback, and this led him to nabbing 3 assists plus 2 goals in 2016-17. He may be plying his trade in a Portuguese league lacking the multiple quality opposition to the Prem, but Grimaldo's La Masia education could come to the fore in England. He is super difficult to get the ball off, losing possession just once a game, an outstanding stat for someone who bombs forward regularly. He could be the perfect asset for Martial on the overlap. Valued at just €9 million, Grimaldo would potentially offer a better deal to Mourinho than more proven talents in England, Germany and Italy. But considering the Portuguese coach's track record of buying proven talent, we can see him passing up this one. 4. Andreas Pereira. The simplest of transfers on this list, United won't even have to spend a penny. All they have to do is recall 21-year-old midfielder Andreas Pereira from his loan spell in Valencia. Pereira, who has made 5 United appearances since his transfer in 2011, spent the 16-17 campaign on loan at Granada. Despite the Nazarids being relegated with a measly 20 points, Pereira shone, scoring 5 goals and assisting 3. The versatile midfielder, who represented Belgium up to under-17 level but has now pledged his allegiance to Brazil, has continued this good form for second-place Valencia, with 1 goal and 3 assists in 13 La Liga appearances in 17-18. Where would he fit into this United side though? Capable of playing on the left wing as an attacking midfielder or a holding midfielder, he offers a lot of tactical flexibility, but we'd like to see him returning as a more attacking central midfield option. Whilst Herrera and Fellaini may be averaging 4.3 tackles and interceptions per 90 compared to Pereira's 2.8, the Belgian-born player has a far more impressive offensive output, creating 1.6 chances per 90 to Herrera and Fellaini's 0.9. Pereira could sit in alongside Matic and use his athleticism to break up play before joining attacks. And with Pogba available for only 46% of United's matches this season due to injury and suspension, United have needed a more attack-minded central midfield option to cover for their record signing. Pereira, who is averaging 1.5 shots per 90 with a 57% accuracy, could be that man. Arguably the Premier League's best midfielder David Silva only hits the target with 38% of his shots. With Fellaini and Pogba both averaging 2.4 fouls per 90, United could use a more disciplined central midfielder in the ranks. His 1.5 fouls per 90 suggests that he's got a good temperament for a young man. Although Pereira is developing nicely in Spain, United have nothing to lose from recalling the versatile midfielder and everything to gain. 3. Fabinho. In Jose Mourinho's very first press conference, he stated a desire for a team of specialists in every position, so a move for a right back could be on the cards. Although Antonio Valencia has performed valiantly for United in that position since 2013, he's yet to record an assist in the 17-18 season, and at 32, he's not getting any younger. Fabinho, the 24-year-old Monaco right-back, would be an ideal replacement for United's Ecuadorian captain. The Brazilian, who is also capable of playing defensive midfield, has been a regular at the Principality since 2013-14, averaging 33.3 Liga games over the last 4 campaigns. During Monaco's stellar 16-17 season, in which they won Ligue 1 and reached the Champions League semi-finals, Fabinho was at the top of his game, with 9 goals and 1 assist in 37 league games. The 4-cap Brazilian has continued this stellar form into 17-18 and is averaging 3.4 tackles and interceptions per 90, the same as Dani Alves for PSG and better than Valencia's 3.1. The right back, who made 30 appearances for Real Madrid's Castilla in 2012-13, isn't afraid of getting forward either. He averages 0.4 shots per 90, that's more than Dani Carvajal, and he hits the target with 50% of his efforts. Fabinho is a reliable character with a cool head too. In 149 league appearances since 2013-14, he's only received 28 yellows and not a single red card. With a pass accuracy of 86% this campaign, Fabinho is more than capable of helping United build from the back too. And with the Brazilian sharing an agent with Mourinho and Jorge Mendes, plus his affordable £25.5 million transfer valuation, which will double, knowing Monaco, we can see this transfer really happening. 2. Leon Goretzka. Leon Goretzka is seen by many as one of the most prodigious talents in German football. Still only 22, he's already made over 130 senior appearances since his debut for Bochum, aged 17. That's 10 more than Eric Dyer, who is a year older than the wide man. Although Schalke, Goretzka's club since 2013, may have struggled last year, only finishing 13 points above relegation, the German international did not. 5 goals and 3 assists in 30 Bundesliga games has made everyone sit up and take notice. Schalke currently sit third, and Goretzka's been a key reason why, scoring 4 goals in 11 Bundesliga matches in 17-18. Despite the rumours linking Ozil to Old Trafford, Mourinho should instead look at Mesut's countryman, who's 7 years his junior. His lightning pace and ability to beat a man enable Goretzka to fire off 2.6 shots per 90. That's better than Premier League All-Star Kevin De Bruyne's 2.4. And these are far from aimless shots from distance too, with 58% of them coming from inside the box and an impressive 55% of them hitting the target. That's not too far off the GOAT that is Lionel Messi. Mourinho likes his wide players to perform their defensive duties too, and Goretzka is no stranger to hard work. In the Bundesliga, he's currently averaging a massive 3.9 tackles and interceptions per 90. That puts current United starters Martial's 0.9 and Rashford's 0.8 to shame. At 6'2" with an excellent leap, Goretzka rarely comes off second best in the air too. He wins 62% of his aerial duels. That's better than Barcelona's centre-back Samuel Umtiti. Labelled by his Bochum coach Peter Neururer as the talent of the century, Goretzka certainly has a burgeoning reputation on multiple scenes. With 6 goals in 12 caps for Germany, showing he can handle the biggest stage, and both Bayern and Liverpool rumoured to be interested, Mourinho should move fast to secure the player the German newspaper Bild now rate at over €60 million. Pull your back. 1. Mauro Icardi. With the Red Devils having spent an initial £85 million on Romelu Lukaku just last summer, a record between British clubs, Mourinho may be reluctant to splash the cash on another striker. However, having started the season on fire, netting 9 goals in his first 10 appearances, the big Belgian is now in a rut, having just scored 2 in his last 13. For the record, I think he'll get over it. But, script. In direct contrast, 24-year-old Inter Milan striker Mauro Icardi is in the form of his life. His 16 goals in 16 Serie A games had fired the Nerazzurri to the top of Serie A. This is second only to Cavani in Europe's top 5 leagues at the time of filming. This form is no fluke either. Over the last 3 seasons, Icardi has finished with 22, 16 and 24 league goals. He's only the 3rd Inter Milan striker to score 15 goals or more in 3 consecutive seasons. And his strike rate of a goal every 88 minutes is 3rd behind Lewandowski's 85 and Cavani's 76 in Europe. The Argentine, who only has 4 caps for the Albiceleste, is quite simply a phenomenal marksman, with 75% of his shots coming on target. That's the best shot accuracy in Europe, and of the players to score over 10 goals, only Mohamed Salah, with still an astounding 67%, comes close. Although he may only fire off 3.2 shots per 90 compared to Harry Kane's 6, his pinpoint precision means that he's already got 6 more goals than the prolific Englishman. By buying Icardi, United would acquire a deadly marksman, but they might lose out in general build-up play. Icardi is only averaging 14.2 passes per 90 in Serie A in 17-18, much less than Aguero's 25.9 and Lukaku's 21.7. Despite being 5'11", Icardi is surprisingly good in the air, with 3 of his 16 league goals being headers and winning an impressive 46.8% of his aerial duels. This is better than Cavani's 43% and Lewandowski's 36%, who are both comfortably over 6 foot. Having fallen out in spectacular fashion with the Inter Milan fans last season, he's still not the most popular, so who knows, the transfer could happen, especially if United pay his €115 million release clause. Then they'd have a pretty good strike force, wouldn't they? Stupid, really. So there are 5 players United should buy, but what club should we do next, guys? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, why don't you go and watch Football Mundial or Euro Roundup? And as ever, don't forget to like and subscribe.